Good morning. No, it's not morning, it's afternoon for me. I'm just going to apologise for the state of my hair. I did train this morning and obviously haven't done anything with it. God, I haven't even put it up very well. Anyway, so apologies. It's been a little while since I've done a video because we went to Abu Dhabi again, which was fun. Good time with the boys. I ate like a king. Every morning, bircher muesli, nuts, crunchy muesli, like piled high. I reckon with my calorific brain, easily between 800 and 1,000 calories just for breakfast. But the sad news is I did train every day. I'm not sorry about it because I actually felt good. I was waking up naturally in the morning quite early because it's just me. And I would go into their gym, which was the bollocks. And I trained very much strength, very little cardio other than one day. Thoroughly enjoyed myself, not going to deny it. Just had my own little routine of upper, lower, upper, lower, upper, lower, upper, lower. No, I didn't take a rest day and I was not so sensible, but I was also eating a tremendous amount of food, all good, healthy, whole foods, like lovely, like paninis and, well, that's not such a whole food, but paninis and chicken and beautiful salads and rices, and even venturing into sort of some dim sums, which I wouldn't ordinarily do. Had desserts. My desserts is like dates and figs and jam on crackers and things, just, you know, random crap, but I like it. No period, which was a bit of a shit. I kind of expected it, to be honest, because as I said in my previous videos, 2 weeks ago, I had a bit of spotting. It lasted a couple of days and I kept thinking, is this an ovulation bleed? Is this my period? Pretty sad period if it was. And it turns out that it's probably very much likely my period, which meant that I didn't ovulate, but that my body was trying to kick in. So something's working. Now the difference is, in doing this journey of all in, I have somehow trained my very perfectionistic brain that there's no point fasting before you work out. It's not going to burn any more calories or make you thinner. So I don't do that ever. I eat before I train, even if it's I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and just force a banana down my throat. I eat it. I don't count it, not counting calories at all. I come back from the gym and I eat. Today, I got back from an upper body workout. I smashed it, not going to deny that because I'm the sort of person that needs to train hard, but I had 3 slices of seeded bread with 3 poached eggs. That's a big breakfast. Not much longer than 2-3 hours after, a bit of peanut butter on a rice cake. I've had salmon, new potatoes and veg for lunch. I've got a big dinner awaiting for me and probably something sweet after. So as far as food is concerned, I'm feeling okay. You know, I think I've cracked that side of it. I'm not going to be ever fully there, but, you know, I've gone out and I've eaten things like a Twix, some sweets, and I feel all right. You know, sometimes it's not easy to shut that part of your brain off that thinks, oh, you know, if I just hadn't eaten that, then everything I've done this morning was for nothing. And it's hard to switch that off. It's also hard to feel that you can continue eating that way if you haven't trained. But I'll give you an example. On Sunday was my rest day. I sat in bed all day. I don't think I moved an inch all day. And I still ate and I didn't feel an ounce of guilt. I just know that my body needed that time of rest. I'd programmed my body to have that rest, and I took it. You know when you need a rest. You know when you're overtraining and when you're doing things too hard. I was good on holiday because although I ached the next day, I would wake up the following day and go to have a rest day, but felt, well, actually, I feel good. So sod it, I'm going to go to the gym. I didn't actually feel at any point during that holiday that I was exhausted because I fueled every workout. I was lounging around by the swimming pool and walking up and down the beach with the boys. I wasn't doing any strenuous work, any stressful jobs. So it was a totally different situation. I'm not going to train every day since I've come back. I have trained since I've come back, but I've taken rest days, and that is the key. Update on the Clomid situation with the period is MIA at the moment, and I am gutted because I gained quite a bit of weight. Obviously not lost it because I'm not trying to diet. And although I'm training now, I do feel like I'm still holding more weight than what I was, but we're not going to go on that. As far as the period is concerned, so it's been after, so once you take the Clomid, if you don't have a period, then you have to wait a set period of time, take a pregnancy test, of course not pregnant, and then you can do the progesterone challenge, the progestin challenge. So I'm currently in that now. I'm on my 6th day. Yes, so the 6th out of 10. I'm taking 5 milligrams in the morning, 5 milligrams in the evening, so 10 milligrams a day. And I'm doing that progesterone challenge for a full 10 days. And what I'm hoping for is once I stop the progesterone, that I get a bleed, which will then indicate that the HA isn't quite as severe as maybe what it once was. So let's see what happens, everybody. I'm actually quite optimistic that I will bleed. I think I've got enough estrogen that's built the lining up. I think my problem has been lack of ovulation because of the exercise. And obviously, if you don't have ovulation, then you don't get progesterone. But even taking this fake progesterone to do this challenge, I can notice significantly the difference in my water retention. I do feel like, you just feel like you get up in the morning, it's like, oh my God, I can see my abs again. Just ever so slightly, like a little cut in there. Which is nice. I thought I was going to be a miserable hormonal bitch. But turns out I'm all right. Quite happy. The only thing I have noticed is every time I've come back from a workout and I've gone to the toilet or whatever, that there is thick, and I mean the thickest white discharge I think I've ever noticed ever since doing this progesterone, which is, I would say, a good sign, because an indication of progesterone is thick white cervical mucus. So it stops the perm? Yes, because the perm is going to give you a hairdo. The sperm is going to, not be able to get through that cervical mucus. It kind of blocks it. So people that use their cervical mucus as a method of, say, contraception, this is like prime time for, freely having sex and not worrying about things too much. Because progesterone really kicks in after ovulation, which is why my body is, lack of progesterone and has been for many moons. So that's where I'm at. 6th day progesterone challenge. Let's roll on with the bleed. I think they said online, can take, I think if you have a bleed, it should come within 2 weeks. So we're not going to be far off it, guys. We're pretty much going to know within the next 2.5 weeks whether this bloody thing has worked. I'm seriously hoping that within a few days of stopping this pill, I'll stop it on today's Tuesday, which is the 6th day, so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So Saturday will be my final day. Sunday will be the first day off of the pill. Sunday, I mean, I'm hoping by the following Friday, a week Friday, I'm hoping that I'll have a bleed. And if I do, then I'm going to wait 2 days and then start my second Clomid cycle. And I'm not taking the 50 milligrams. I'm going straight for the kill and doing 100 milligrams for 5 days and seeing what happens. I'm not the best person to be advising, because although I know a lot about it, I do know that for most, they have to quit the exercise completely because they can't get to grips with eating and stopping the exercise and this, that and the other. I mean, I don't know whether I'm an exception. I've gained the weight necessary to be able to start my periods. I've got a higher fat percentage. I've got a higher BMI. So I'm definitely in that range of I should bloody be fertile. But for me, I'm finding the exercise so much harder to kick in the arse than anything. So for people who are too really struggling with their workouts, really struggling with not kicking them in the butt, you know, I do feel for you, because I am exactly the same and I have not been able to kick them. If anything, I am full on back on training. The only difference is I train once a day. I do have a rest day. I fuel up before and directly after. And I don't train twice a day or 3 times a day. Those days are long gone for me. The most I will do is I will take Marley for a woods walk. And that is all. Don't do anything else. I do spend good time in the gym. I do work hard. You know, I'll give you an example. This morning, you know, I'll start off with 5 minutes on the rowing machine. I did about an hour and 15 of upper body workout, and I'm talking dumbbell chest press, then a minute of skipping, then back to dumbbell chest press. I'll do 3 rounds of that. I'll do 5 rounds of ball slams with lateral raises, with, you know, shoulder presses, with rotator cuffs. I'm relentless. And then I finish everything up after I've done the weights with 10 minutes of sprints, 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. So it's an intense workout. I felt sick afterwards, and I've got a little bit of a bug at the moment as well, so that's not really helping. But, you know, I do push myself, because I'm not the sort of person that can go into the gym and just go, oh. And I need to feel like I've done something. I was dripping with sweat when I came out of there. And I like to feel like that. But I felt still, you know, energetic. Excuse my French, I hadn't fucked myself, which is what I normally do. I still worked incredibly hard, but I was okay. You know, I'm happy. And I think the mentality of wanting to do the workout as opposed to needing to do the workout is the key. Because if only I could just get my period back, I would be the ideal human right now. I would be the person that you'd want to go and train with, because they've got it all worked out. They're eating well. They eat what they want, basically. They don't restrict. They don't count calories. They sleep 7-8 hours a night, happily. Not even waking up for the wee anymore, which is great. And I always need to go to the toilet in the middle of the night. It's quite scary, the amount of times I go to the toilet. But again, it's an indication that you're not eating enough. You know, urinating during the night or urinating a lot during the day is an indication that your body is starved. So just eat. Eat. I'm going to do a video soon of some of the symptoms that you'll get with HA and how to recognize this. Because if people are on contraceptive pills, yet they feel these symptoms, they are moody, they're this, that and the other, but they don't see a period because they don't have them, because it's masked by birth control, then I think that video will be really helpful for certain people if they are definitely experiencing some of that. Because even though you might not have HA, it might not be long around the corner, and the last thing I'm telling you, the last thing you want to do is get it, because it's a lot hard work reversing it than it is getting it. I'm going to leave it there for today, guys, but I really hope these videos are helping. I'm really hoping that everybody is experiencing their own journey and can relate to some of the things that I've said and done. Again, keep going with it. If you've stopped exercising, stick with it, because I take my hat off to you. It is not easy, and you know, I for one at the moment have not been able to do it. So fingers crossed my journey will be a case that I'll get mine back without having to do much.
We're always on the edge, yeah. We fight and make love at the same time. Would you break up just because I told